let's take a look at how to press. And there's actually 3 different versions of the press that we do. We do a strict press, what we call a push press, and a push jerk. And we're going to take a look at each of those. The first thing we're going to do is look at a strict press. And let's look at how to set up the feet, and then we'll work our way up. So the feet are actually going to be at hip width, a little bit closer than where you would squat. So if I drew a straight line from Shelly's hips to the ground, that's where her feet would be. Her weight is going to stay in her heel, so she's not getting up into her toes. Shelly, go ahead and put that bar into position. The weight is going to rest on her shoulders, and her elbows are either going to be slightly in front of the bar, or if you want to have them more under the bar, that's okay. So somewhere between under the bar and slightly in front of the bar. So Shelly, go ahead and do a press for us. Show us what that looks like. All right, and will you face me so they can see it from the side? And then, all right, so when you press, when you get it overhead, you're pressing out as hard as you can. Her elbows are locked, her shoulders are engaged. And then notice how that bar stays over her center of gravity. So that bar is right over her hips and is right over her ankles. So Shelly, bring the bar a little bit forward. What we don't want to do is that, because one, the bar is going to fall down if there's weight on it. And then also, it just puts stress on your shoulders that you don't want. So go ahead and bring it back down, Shelly, the starting position. So again, you want to press that bar straight up and then bring it back down. Now Shelly, do one where you bring it to go around your head instead of straight up. So you'll notice there that to avoid her face, she brought it out and then brought it back to get it overhead. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is pull your face out the way and let that bar go straight up in a straight line. Good. So that's a strict press. Now we're going to look at a push press. So you'll notice that in the strict press, her lower body stayed completely still. That's why we call it strict. In the push press, we're going to get a dip drive and incorporate those hips. So Shelly, don't do the press part, just do the dip and drive. Good, so she's just going down 2 inches, not much at all. Do that again. All right, and what this does, it allows her to get some momentum to press that bar overhead. So go ahead and do a push press. Good, so she's just what we call jumping the bar up. Again, do one more. Notice a power in her hips, then drives that bar up overhead. Okay, and then the third type of press that we do is a push jerk. Shelly, go ahead and demonstrate one for us. Did you notice the difference? Go ahead and do one more and see if you can spot the difference. All right, go ahead and come back to starting position. So remember, the strict press was completely still. The push press, we had a dip and a drive. The push jerk, we had a dip, drive, dip back under and catch it, and then stand up. So watch this again. Good. And what that does, it allows you to lift even more weight than the strict press or the push press, and really incorporates and builds that power in your hips. Now I'm going to get Shelly to do each one of those on a barbell so you can see what it looks like when you're taking it from the rack. All right, the first one Shelly's going to do is a strict press. Notice how still her body was. Now she's going to do a push press where she adds in a dip. Dip, drive, notice those powerful hips. Now she's going to do a push jerk. And that's the 3 different types of presses that we do.